And in today's video, I'll be showing you exactly how I use DAT power in my business. I have a lot of comments and emails, people asking me, Kamal, please, can you show me like step by step exactly how you are using this load board, which is DAT power. I highly recommend using DAT power. Let's don't spend any time. Let's jump straight in so we can, save some time, and then you can guys get the ins and outs of this video. And this will be amazing. I'm so excited, for you guys. And this is exactly how I use. Basically, this will happen. So you must have a load board subscription. If you don't, there will be a link below. There's DAT power 30-day free trial. Go ahead and sign up and use it for the advantage and make money with it. Okay, so these guys, I want to point out this thing is that these are the things that are like really important, and but at the same time, think about it this way: these are the tools, right, that we can use to make money, right? So use it to make money, right? So if you don't know how to use it, well, watch this video. And then there another video I made is like, I think an hour-and-a-half video, like showing you exactly how to log in, like how to use that DAT load board so you can start making money with it. So for those of you who don't know what's DAT power or what's this load board, DAT Solutions is a company that they have the products, which is subscriptions, load board subscriptions. What is load board subscriptions? The load board is a marketplace for freight or for loads. Think about Amazon. I always give this example because when you need something, you go to marketplace, online marketplace. What is it? We go to eBay, we go to Amazon, right? So, or Etsy. So when you go to Amazon, what do? You search for a product, right? So you search for a product to buy it. So a load board is no different, right? So it's a marketplace. The only difference we have is instead of a product, they have a load, which is freight. So you want to move your trucks or your company trucks or customers' trucks, for example, carriers and owner-operators. What do? You go to marketplace like this, load board. This is a marketplace. So in a bit, it will, we'll pull some data out of it, like pull some loads to move. But this is basically it, right? So load board is a marketplace for a freight. So what I do, so basically this video is like, how I use this. I'll be showing you exactly what I do, how I do it, and you can use the same way I use, okay? So the two things, I would say three things must happen before like I do actual search, okay? So the number one is obviously I always start with, so this is the demo plan that I have, so I must know the truck number, right? Truck number is really important. Truck number is 116, trailer number is 220, and then I need to know the driver name, right? So driver name is Andrew, and then what's the origin? Origin, could be Georgia, could be any state, but this is a demo plan. So origin, meaning basically where's my, truck, like truck located, or my customer's truck located. And I want to go to where? I want to go to Texas. Or you can think of, like, in your case, maybe, if you're an independent freight dispatcher, serving carriers, and then you can think of, like, what would be the carrier's destination for their trucks, right? So it could be Texas, Los Angeles, California, it could be anywhere. DHO, meaning deadhead origin. If you don't know what is this, go ahead and watch my video. I'm not going to spend, going like, explaining this. There is a video explaining from A to Z how to use load boards in 2020, I think. That's the title. So the deadhead origin is 200 miles. Basically, what I mean is that, here's my truck in Georgia, so in Atlanta, Georgia. So I want to go maybe like 2-mile radius empty. So I can go there and pick up a load and then go from there, right? So deadhead destination, it means if I go to Houston, Texas, that means I'll be looking for or delivering this load within 150-mile radius, Houston, Texas. That's what it is. I want to know this because some owner-operators are different. My company trucks are different. Owner-operators, sometimes they go up to 350-mile radius. And I don't know, we have, owner-operators that they go like 50 mile or less, right? They don't want to go like like 50 mile is the top. So I don't want to go like top limit, 50-mile radius. Okay. So I really pay attention to special notes. I get this from the driver if I'm serving, if I'm independent freight dispatcher, for example, or a company driver. So this driver says no tarp, please. I don't want to use tarp. So it's basically the thing that covers the load, right? So has ramps, right? If you don't know the ramps, please Google it, right? You can Google it like flatbed trailer ramps, and you can see it. It's basically the tool that, we can, take heavy duty equipments on the trailers. There's like, it's ramps, right? So you can just Google it and see it. So, so this guy has an appointment next week, like Thursday, right? So I want to know about this. Is really important. What happens if you don't know this? You will just assign this load, and then this driver will be like calling you like crazy, saying, "Yeah, I have an appointment on Thursday. I have to come back." Well, why didn't say like you should have done this before, right? So this is the tactic will help you avoid that confusion. So there's a note tweak cart. Okay. So again, if you don't know, Google it. I'm really focusing on how I use it. So I'm not gonna spend like time on like each defining what is it. But if you don't know, just look it up or watch my other videos. I go really in detail. So the no oversized loads, basically he says, okay, I need like no permits. I don't need anything. Just I have to have a 45,000 pounds on my trailer. It could be partial loads. It could be, or I would say a couple of partial loads or a full load, anything but no oversized load. So now I have this. Okay. So this is basically, I would say, driver independent freight dispatcher agreement I have with the driver. So I have this information. Now I go to the load board. So what will happen when I go to the load board? This is how I do it. There are some people that they do totally different thing. They really go in depth. Some people will just, search for a load, putting, origin and destination. But what I do is I do two things, right? So what we said three things must happen. One is, right, pre-loading, and now is actually pre-searching. So what happens is that there should be two things. One, I always do quick rate search. I'll show you in a minute. I do almost every day. And then the post trucks, which is really, really important. And again, there's a video in my channel that it shows you exactly in like exactly the same process how I post, but I will just, quickly show you how to do it. But there's a whole video about it, and it's really, really important. Okay, so number one, what we said, quick rate research. When you use DAT Power, you have so many tools within this load board. If you guys really wanted to make money, use this tool, okay? So there's like toolbox. Within your toolbox, there is a quick rate search. When you do that, you have three markets, okay? Drive-in market, flatbed market, and reefer market. And again, if you don't know what markets, watch my other videos. I go really in detail. So let's say I'm in flatbed market, right? So I will just click flatbed market, and I'll say, okay, so I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, okay? So I will just type Atlanta, Georgia, and what about the destination? So because we said Texas, let's go to Houston, Texas. So Houston, Texas, and then what I do, right? Flatbed, origin, destination, quick search. I want to know the broker to carrier spot market rate. So what they pay, what's the thing right now that I can, so this thing is actually helps me to negotiate. Now I know that it's 2.33. I really wanted to round up this and make like 2.5. This is what it is. It's 2.5, right? I'm taking the average. Let's say, this is how I take average. This is easy for me. It's 2.5, okay? So 2.5 is actually good. That means I can pull another 50 cents. I can make it $3 per mile. So how I do it, I know how to do it, right? I will be showing you how to do it. So there are some tactics and strategies how to do it. Or even we can get 3.5 for this lane that I'm using, okay? So in order to do that, some of you may be thinking right now, Kamal, how the possible, man? Like we're struggling getting like 1.5 or 2.5 and now you're thinking 3.5? Like, is that possible? Of course possible. There are hundreds of people, thousands of people doing this. The only thing is you have to know your market. That's what it is. That's the important part of it. What's the market? Market is Atlanta, Georgia to Houston, Texas. And again, what we are using is that there's a specific lane. Within that lane, we have brokers that we know already, right? So maybe you're thinking, Kamal, you have this, broker relationship already. Man, listen, if you know the tactics that I'm about to show you and use these strategies, you'll be able to pull these numbers, no problem. Right? So I'm showing you. So, go ahead and then watch one of my videos and go to the comment section and you see how people are thankful. These are the videos that I'm, recording and sharing with the people who are really grateful that I'm, sharing for free with you guys. Why? I really want to help you, right? Just, take this video and create your business and make money. This whole channel is about how to become an independent freight dispatcher, right? So this is what I do. So now I know, let's say we round it up. We said 2.5. Now I know this number. Okay, we're good. Well, actually, what happens next? The second thing. Remember, we said 3 things must happen. 1, so we must have a plan. And now the second thing was the quick rate. We did that. We have 2.5. And now the important thing. We are posting trucks, right? So if you want to learn more about these tabs that we have here, so I'm not going to go into, talking about these. And again, you can search for the in-depth load board training in 2020. And there's a full training you can watch for free, learn and implement. So post trucks, right? For those of you who really thinking about like, Kamal, what's the difference between searching loads and posting trucks? And then like, what are these 2 tabs, like searching trucks and posting loads? Think about, there is a pattern, right? So for independent truck dispatchers and carriers, they need, search loads and they want to post their trucks. What about the brokers? Brokers, they must do what? Whatever you post, right? So they must search for trucks. And then of course they post loads and you do the search. Do you see the pattern? That means this part of it is for carriers and independent freight dispatchers. This part of it is for shippers and I would say shippers/brokers. Most of them brokers. Okay, so post truck. You're not searching yet. Many people just go there like search. I want to pull those loads and then load them up and then make money. No. You're missing a lot of money on the table. Come back to this. Post trucks, right? So you're posting your trucks. Why? You're posting trucks because why? Brokers will do the search trucks like you do every time when you come here on a load board. You do search loads, right? The first thing you do, think about, what about the brokers? The first thing they do is search for trucks, then post loads, right? They search trucks. Trust me, I have a lot of friends of mine, they are brokers. Brokers, they do the truck search. Trust me. And if you're not posting it, then you're missing a lot of money on the table. So the reference ID, we're not putting anything. There is a contact information. And again, this is not my number. Don't call. So the next thing is availability. Availability, meaning you can say my truck or my carrier's truck will be available Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, right? Like 3 days. Let's do it. 3 days. Boom. So available this day, this day, this day. 3 days. Next week, 3 days. Today is Sunday. Now what we do origin. So we have this information from here, right? So the origin is Georgia, but we know as a dispatcher that, the driver will tell us origin is my truck will be in Georgia. So you can put Atlanta, Georgia, and then destination is Houston, Texas. Let's go and we say, okay, we need Atlanta. Okay. ATL, let's go Atlanta, Georgia, and then let's do a Houston, Texas. Right? So what we're not searching for a load. Don't be confused. What we are doing is that, hey, we are posting our trucks, right? So that brokers can find us and assign loads to us before it was posted. Got that? That's important. So what about the truck? So we have a truck, which is flatbed. We know because we know our customer or our carrier. So let's go back. So the truck is a flatbed, meaning is basically the trailer type, right? So it doesn't matter what type of truck, but it's a trailer. It's a flatbed market. So FNP stands for full or partial. We basically can put, okay, we're looking for a full, load, or you can put partial, but I do full load. So, and then 53 step deck, and then what would be the weight limit is 45,000. This is what I do. And then on comments, let's go back. So we say no tarp. So the next thing is comments, right? These are the things that your broker must know before calling. Okay, so you'll come back here. Okay, no tarp, we have ramps, no tweet card. Okay, we come here, we say no tarp. Okay, no tarp, and then we can say we have ramps. Okay, we can say we have ramps, and what was the thing is no tweet card. Okay, so we can say no tweet. So we have this information. Okay, what we do is that we just post. Boom, magic will happen. It's there. People will be calling. I mean, brokers will be calling this number, right? And then what will happen is that DAT Power will be generating these lows, like recommending these lows. Hey, you just, you made the entry, so here what we populated for you automatically, right? So I will just come over here and then click on the rate, click on the rate again, and then what will happen is that for each search, the highest paying lanes will be on top, or a load will be on top. So we see that there's like 2,600. This could be easy load for 3,500, no problem. Let's click on that and see what we have. Well, it's actually a good load, right? It's for tomorrow. It's just about like 12 minutes ago it was posted. It's a flatbed. Let's say, yeah, it's a full load. Okay, so Atlanta, Georgia to Gainesville, Georgia is about 55 or 60 miles. Okay, so this is what happens. Now, the second, so we have done these three things, right? So we did the plan, right? First is the plan, we did that. And then second was the quick rate search, we did that. And then post trucks, we did that, right? So this is how I do it. So if you say that, hey, I don't want to do this, it seems like complicated. Listen, more power to you. You can do whatever you want, right? So now what happens after that? I go to search loads. This is where the magic happens, right? Now I do an entry. Again, what I do is that a flatbed, right? I do a flatbed. So what I also do is I have a step deck. So what I do is DEX standard or DEX specialized. I have these. Sometimes, why I do this, because sometimes broker will post, things can happen, guys, things can happen. Brokers can, make mistakes and accidentally they post, different categories, whatever, things can happen, or it's assigned for one trailer. You can negotiate, like you can say, hey, you need this type of trailer, but I have this trailer. And most of the time you can win the negotiation. Okay. So the origin I have is Atlanta, Georgia. Let's go Houston. Okay. Houston. Oop, there you go. And then we said will be available tomorrow. And again, we're not posting a truck because we did already. We are actually searching. And I said, okay, my truck will be available on these dates. So whatever the loads posted or will be posted for these highlighted dates, I'll be able to pick it up. So, and again, DHO, deadhead origin, remember, here we go. We said it's 250 mile radius. 200 and 150 mile radius. Okay. So what I do here is a full load or partial load, right? So remember we post as a full load, but now we're searching it. We need both. Okay. We need both. So I have 53 trailer and I'm not taking more than 45,000. And if you want to know why, please go ahead and watch that video, in-depth load board training 2020. I explain in detail. So what I do, I just click search. This is what I do. Okay. So now I have these loads. And again, today is Sunday. Not many loads are available, right? Brokers will be posting loads tonight or tomorrow morning. So be prepared. This is kind of, the numbers that I can show you, but tomorrow will be the date for search. So what happens again? So I just click the rate, and again, just to see the highest paying load. So if you want to know about these, I'm not going to spend time here, but you can go ahead and watch that video. It's really, really important. So here's the age. It was posted about 30 minutes ago. Pickup is for Tuesday. This is the truck, and then it's a full load. This is the deadhead origin, meaning Greenwood, South Carolina. It basically means from Atlanta, Georgia to Greenwood, South Carolina. It's about 166 miles. Okay, this is a trip you have. This is the total miles from Atlanta, Georgia, going here, and then, I mean, from this. So this is a trip meaning basically the miles from origin to destination. And then deadhead, because we put Houston, Texas, deadhead destination is, it says basically this city, it's 50 miles away from Houston. The company name is Landstar. Okay, so this is the contact number, this is the length, this is the weight, and CS is it's the credit score. Basically, what I take is more than if it's more than 85, I would say 90. More than 90, I'll just take it, no problem. And it's actually, this is the how many days it takes for them, meaning this company, to pay the carrier. Okay, so if there's no rates, it's okay. Sometimes, you know, sometimes brokers don't post rates. It's totally okay. You can contact them and negotiate them. So what happens now? Let's say that I decided to pick up this load, for example, the the Gainesville. I click on that. If there's a special notes, broker will let you know down here, like comment section. Okay, so what do you do now? Now you have this load, right? So it pays $2,600. It's 850 miles, right? So now 850 miles, this is what really important. Pay attention what I'm about to show you or what I'm about to say to you, right? It's really, really important. Please take notes if you really want to make money. We have right now is 2,600. Okay, so 2,600 divided by 850 miles, okay? What we have is already we have 3.1 per mile. Now, some people will take this load and go, but to me, it's not a good deal, even though it's like 3.5, be honest with you. Now, some of you may be watching and listening right now and saying, come on, what? Like 3.1 or more than $3 per mile, and you say you're not going to take this? I can take this, but I know that I can easily get 32, 33, or even 35 for this one. Really easy. So if you say how you can do this, everything boils down to one thing, which is negotiation tactics. You really wanted to know the negotiation tactics. Now you know, right? So this load pays already good, meaning 3.1. So 3.1 for this is good, but I can easily get $500 more for this load. And how? There is a negotiation tactics. When you have this negotiation skills and tactics that brokers use and then carriers use, and if you know how to negotiate with brokers, you can easily get 3.5 to 4.5 per mile. Yes, guys, people telling you it's not possible, trust me, it's possible. The only thing is it's up to the negotiation skills you have. So if you want to learn more about the negotiation tactics and how to talk to brokers, and I have a script and I have a specific module where I teach my students how to win loads, and there will be a link below. There's a training. So if you want to learn more about the negotiation tactics and strategies, and if you want to learn more about this business, there will be a link down below. I have a special training for you. So it's a paid training, but if you guys not ready to take the paid training, no problem. But for those of you who want to really advance this load board and become an independent freight dispatcher, there will be a link below in the description box below. Okay, so what I'm about to teach you is another important strategy, which is the tri-haul. Yes, I taught tri-haul already in the video, so this is what I do. So this video is about like how I use it, right? So you can copy it. So the last thing I do is actually use this tri-haul. Tri-haul, if you don't know what is tri-haul, please watch the video I have. I just pull this information, how I can just bump it up the rate per mile. So I will use the information I have, like instead of going directly to Houston, so I can go from Atlanta to Kentucky, and then from Kentucky to Houston. I can use another. I can go to Nashville, Tennessee, and pick up a load in Atlanta, Georgia, drop off in Nashville, Tennessee, and then pick up another load and go to Houston, Texas. That's what it is. That's the tri-haul, right? There's 3 points, and this is how we can bump it up even more. So I'll be using these strategies and tactics to make my carriers happy or owner-operators happy. So if you want to make your owner-operators and carriers happy, as I said, there's a link in the description box below. Take the training, and I personally teach 101 how to use load boards, and it's actually that training from A to Z. I hope you learned something from this video. If you have any questions, let me know, and then we'll go from there. Thank you. Bye now.